last 7 seasons at Northern Michigan, where he built one of the top programs in the GLIAC, winning multiple conference titles and leading the Wildcats to several NCAA Division II tournament appearances. He finished his time at Northern Michigan with more than 130 wins, including a program record season this year, and was named GLIAC Coach of the Year multiple times. Majkrzak becomes the 30th head coach in NIU men's basketball history and takes over as this program prepares to compete in the Horizon League. Athletic Director Sean Frazier says Majkrzak brings a strong track record of developing student athletes both on and off the court and believes he is the right person to lead the program forward. Majkrzak says he's excited for the opportunity and looks forward to building relationships with players, fans, and the community as he begins his first season in DeKalb. You look at what NIU could be doing into the future, definitely an exciting time, and as I mentioned, a new era for this program.
Yeah, Northern Michigan, a Division II team. They beat UW Green Bay last year in the Horizon League as a Division II team. So he's got some experience in the Horizon already. All right, thanks so much.